What is up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a New Horizons video, as you can tell from the title. If you're an Animal Crossing fan like me, make sure to check out my Animal Crossing playlist where I do island tours. I do specifically focused videos talking about how to improve certain areas of your island, how to create stuff and help fill that space, and little tips and tricks and little hacks to help you guys on the game. And today I'm just going to be doing a little bit more of a fun video, like talky video, and this is more of like a discussion because I'd really like to get your opinion on it. But I'm going to talk a little bit about some updates that I would like to see. So I see a lot of people on Twitter and they're kind of talking about they want new islands, so they want to be able to have multiple islands per Switch, because obviously that's not a feature now. So I suppose for anyone who shares a Switch, they have to share an island, and I guess people's tastes can be very different, so that might be a bit of a tricky one. For me, it's not something I necessarily like to see. I, on the contrary, would actually like to see island expansions. So I think it's quite quick to complete your house upgrades, which I find surprising because I think some of the rooms are quite small, so I wish you could expand the rooms to make them bigger. But yeah, apart from like the big living room and the upstairs, the side rooms are quite small. Like, I wanted to make a kitchen, but it's way too small. I was hoping they would do house expansions, and I was hoping they would do an island expansion. That could be something that you could pay for, because it gives you a whole new task, it gives you a whole new motivation to make bells and to complete something. For me, I still do have gaps on my island. If you guys see my island tour, you'll see there are little spaces here and there, but it is starting to fill up. Like, if you compare it to my last island tour, I've certainly made a lot of progress. Everything is starting to kind of fill up. I'm running out of room, and they're constantly releasing free downloadable content. They're constantly releasing new events, there's constantly new stuff in the shop, and it's just like, where will this go? Where will this fit? I mean, I've seen some people's islands and they're decorated head to toe. So I would really like to see an island expansion. I'd actually like to see a feature where you pay to kind of get it. Like, you know, you have to pay Tom Nook to move houses, you have to pay him for the construction fees. So I think it could work in a sense of like expanding the island, or I don't know. I guess with the game ethos, you found a deserted island, so it would be a bit tricky, but I wonder if there's a way they could work that in, because I certainly am starting to fill up. I would actually like more space as the new events come out, so I can definitely kind of get access to everything and try and fit in all the ideas that I have. I mean, I'm alright for the moment, and I'll be alright for a good few months, but yeah, I would like to see island expansions, and I would like to see room expansions in the house. Another thing that I'd like to see, again, is all about more room. I would like to see more room in the custom designs. You can only have, I mean, how many is it, like 50? Which sounds like a lot, but I've seen so many incredible custom designs, and there's so many different things I'd like to try. I have so many different areas on my island. Like, I'll take you over into my little witch fortune telling area. And I've seen so many amazing custom designs online, but it's like you have to only pick 50, and if you download over a file, it will replace that. So I remember I swapped out a picnic blanket, and then on my island it turned into like flowers. So that's super unhelpful. So it's not like you can kind of quickly download it, put it down, and then put something else in that slot. It will change what's currently on your island. So for me personally, I would like to see more slots for custom designs. They add a lot to the game for me, as you can definitely see with regards to decorating my island. They definitely add a lot for me. Clothing, I'm alright, like I've hardly used any of those slots, but furniture, I certainly would like to see more slots, because people are so creative online, and you know, the online pay is something you subscribe to, it's something you pay to, so you want to maximize that. And I think it would be awesome if you could have more slots and be able to access more designs in that way, because then you'd be able to use people's stuff and you'd be able to make so many more unique different areas, which I would really like. So yeah, for me, definitely, I would love to see more custom content slots. I've run out, I'm full, and people are constantly coming up with new creative ideas. And if I ever want to kind of try my hand at it, I think I'd have to save it in one of those slots as well. The one thing it is helpful for is, you see out on the ground how I have blossoms. I guess when it comes to Christmas, I could overwrite that with something else, like the wintry season. I could overwrite it with like maybe a bit of like sleet or something, or like snow, and then it would automatically kind of cover that bit. So I think that's cool for the seasonal changes, that anything you have littered on the floor, like people have flowers or blossoms, and because it's spring, you could always update them and change them. You don't have to go around and redo it all over the island, or automatically do it for you. So that is one aspect that can be very helpful, but obviously when you're running out of slots and you're trying to switch things in, you might find something on your island when you've overwritten it and it's like, oh no, what have I done? That's certainly what I did when I overwrote my picnic blanket. But yeah, that's an update that I'd really like to see. Another update that I'd love to see is something that I don't really need anymore, but I feel like might make the game easier for other people, and that is more storage space in your house earlier on in the game. So I, for one, have enjoyed the island decorating aspect of Animal Crossing more so than I have decorating my house. At the moment, that's just what I've enjoyed more. I've just really got stuck into it and I haven't really concentrated on my house. So I don't really bother paying off my mortgage. The only reason I ever did was when I needed more storage, and it is very expensive. It does take a while if you're not going to do Transfer Island and all that kind of jazz. It does take a little while to pay it off, and you know, I for one only really did it out of the interest of getting more storage. So I would like to see more storage earlier on in the game for newer players, people who might not be so interested in decorating their house just yet. I mean, it is something I'm going to get to, and I have started. I've kind of laid out each room, but to be honest, I'm really enjoying getting involved decorating my island, and I'm kind of focusing on one thing at a time. For me personally, I think they should make it so that you can have more storage early on in the game. A lot of the updates people want would make the game quicker to do. So I know, for example, some people want to access your storage at the DIY table, but I guess Animal Crossing don't have that feature because they want the game to be lengthier for you. They want to add in that extra going to your house, getting the stuff and coming back. And I can kind of see how that works because it adds more longevity to the game. However, with the storage, you're kind of rushing. Like, I know I rushed to pay off my mortgage just to get the storage and didn't really do it for the sake of like building my house. I think some of the upgrades that I'm asking for, I think they'd add more length to the game, add more to do. Like, I'm certainly interested particularly in the island expansion and custom design slot upgrade, because I think that would be really helpful. I think especially because you pay for an online membership, having more of them would really enhance the experience. Like, I know there's so much stuff that I see that I like. I've seen so much stuff for a toy store, but I have no room for it with all the things that I already have past take up so much of it. So I think that's something they should definitely do since it's paid for and you don't really get so much out of it. I don't really visit that many people, so for me, the main reason I did it was to access custom design, so I would like to get a little bit more out of it. I would like to have a few more slots personally. Let me know what you guys think down below, because these are all my opinions and I'm curious to hear what you guys think might enhance the game. There might be things I haven't thought of, and of course the island expansion I think will have to come in at some point, because like we're gonna fill these islands up. Like, some people have literally filled this head to toe. I understand that might be something they might want you to pay for, because all the content has been free so far. They've all been free downloadable content and events, which is lovely of them, which I think is great because they're constantly doing it. So I wonder how long it's gonna last. I'm gonna open this present because I feel like you guys have seen it like hanging there and you're like, what is it? I mean, I like it. It's cute. So yeah, they're the main upgrades that I would like to see. One little kind of thing that I'd like to see is whenever you buy wallpapers or flooring or even clothes, I would like to see if you have any in your storage at home. I know when you do DIYs, when you're crafting, it will tell you if you have any in your inventory, if you have any in your storage, if you've crafted it before, which I think is so helpful, especially for like the Bunny Day event, because you needed to know what you'd crafted to make sure you craft all of it. I'd like to see an aspect maybe in the shops where you can see if you have any in your inventory or your storage, because sometimes for me, I've doubled up on wallpapers. I know a lot of people have done this, and it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not a lot of bells, but it might be a small tweak that might help enhance people's experience on the game. Nintendo are working so hard and they're constantly providing us with updates. I thoroughly enjoy playing the game as it is, but all these upgrades and free things that they're doing for us have added so much, like the Mayday maze or the cherry blossom stuff. I mean, a lot of people weren't a fan of the Easter event, but I liked it because it just added something a little bit different to the game. It adds a new set of tasks and things to do, and even when that event wasn't quite right, they did actually go and change it so the eggs didn't spawn as much, which I thought was really nice of them. So yeah, I'm loving all the new content. For me, I'd love to see an island expansion rather than multiple islands per Switch, because I'm very attached to my island and I just want to keep growing it, rather than I can't deal with two. Like, I can't even deal with doing my house and my island, so I can't deal with two. Oh my god, there's like a moth. There's a moth. For me, multiple islands per Switch isn't useful, but I can understand for people who share a Switch and a Nintendo account, it might be nice for them to kind of have their own island. I think that would be nice for them. But yeah, island expansion and more custom slots is really at the top of my wish list, so hopefully Nintendo do something to help the game be limitless, I suppose, and be endless, because I know a lot of people are fully decorated, so where'd you go next? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what kind of upgrades you'd like to see, as I'm super curious. And make sure you subscribe to my channel because I post tons of Animal Crossing content. I have a full playlist with island tours and in-depth little areas and how I created it and all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, tune in for more stuff.